I wanted to create something different that would last forever, so I created Taped. This will not only touch lives, but change things for the better. Welcome back to an episode of Taped. I hope you guys have been enjoying this little mini series that I have created. If you have not watched last week's episode or the first episode, please stop what you're doing right now, pause, and go back and watch, or you continue watching this one right now, and then you can go back and watch the other ones when you're finished. I'm really enjoying the feedback and the amount of love and support that I'm getting from doing this series, and it inspired me to open it up to the viewers. I asked on my social media whoever would like to be part of an episode of Taped, if you would like to be featured, to tell your story, give some advice, and give your, just give us an understanding on what's going on in other people's lives, and maybe we'll touch you in yours. And I'm so excited because my favorite cousin, Brittany, decided to do this. She's my first special guest. So without further ado, I'm not gonna make this intro super, super long. I'm ready to bring her out here and let's get this conversation popping. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, welcome, Britt.
Hi.
Can I get a hug? Let's make this so much more comfortable. First, I want to thank you for being part of this series with me. This series means a lot to me. It's like my baby. I'm trying to change the world one video at a time. So thank you for being a part of this. You're really changing lives. She's going to help inspire anybody at home who is going through maybe what she's going through, or if you have a friend that's going through what she's going through or went through. Hopefully this will help you guys, and we'll get the conversation popping. Let's get it started. So, as you guys see by the title, we're going to talk about her sexuality and relationships, and she's going to give a little bit of advice on both. So let's get right into it. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, girls. So, number one question. What is your sexuality?
I hate that word.
Okay, let me say it like this. What is your preference? Like, what do you like?
Because I don't have a preference.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a preference. Like, people like labeling themselves. I don't like labeling myself.
Mm-hmm.
I like what I like. Like everybody calls me. Like, I'm free spirited.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't have a preference. Like, you come at me correct. If I like you, I'm feeling your vibe, then we're gonna vibe, and whatever goes.
So you don't have a gender preference. It's solely just whoever can connect with you emotionally, physically, and spiritually.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So with that being said, because you're a free spirit, and that does mean that you do go both ways, how long have you known that you've been a free spirit?
Pretty much. I want to say my whole life, but of course, I don't know. Like, the older I got, the more I realized that I'm attracted to women.
Mm-hmm.
But me personally, being the type of person I am, I wouldn't approach them. I would actually let them approach me.
You were scared.
Because, I'm scared. Like, 'cause I'm like, I've never been with a woman before.
Yeah.
So, I would let them approach me. So, it's been probably teenage.
Yeah. So with that also being said, because there's so many people in the gay, transgender, bisexual community, the LGBT, they have so many different stories. Some people can come out and their family is very understanding, and others have to be so closeted, and then others are so terrified that if they even give off that vibe that, their family will disown them. So what was your coming out story? Like, how did you tell your family, and how did they accept that?
It's crazy because I didn't really tell my family. Like, my family is so tight. Like, especially like my mother. Like, we're really close. My mother knows me. I'm just a younger version of her.
Mm-hmm.
I would say my first encounter with a female. And I didn't tell anything. It was pretty much an experiment, kind of.
To see what you was into
it was
this
an
or not.
experiment. And my mother, she just seen that. And nothing, we never had a conversation about it or anything. She just seen that, and being the mother she is, her first thing, she just accepted it.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't really a coming out thing. Like, my whole family just said, oh, okay, cool, that's fine.
So they were very accepting. They didn't care what you liked. They just was very understanding. That's really good.
As long as I was happy, they were good.
That's really good. What was your first real relationship? Was it with a girl or was it with a guy?
My first real real relationship was with the guy. I mean, though it was puppy love, I was about 16.
Yeah, everybody goes through that sweet 16, that lovey-dovey phase, yeah. And then, so would you say you got more into dating females when you got in your adult life, or was it more like still teenage?
It was between teenage. I was about 18 when, like I said, my first encounter with the female, 18, 19. Like I said, it was just an experiment. And yeah, just, then as I got older, it seemed like that's actually who I was approaching me. So I mean, and then again, the ones I did have my encounters with, they were cool. We vibed, and that was that.
That's really good, because like I said, I know a lot of people who have such different versions of how they came out or how they found out about or whatever the case may be. And I know there's so many people that are scared to be themselves because of the family members and society. What would you give a girl or a guy that is battling, like maybe not battling, but are maybe going through some of the same feelings that you were experiencing when you were growing up, and that their family's not so welcoming? What would you like tell them?
I mean, it's kind of hard because again, my family was welcoming.
Yeah.
But I would say, I mean, just do it. Just do you. Like, it's your life. You have to live it, regardless of what anybody else says. Like, just do it. And if they can't accept that, then hey, that's on them.
Yeah. And also to piggyback off that, like, you guys don't have to be ashamed of who you are. If you're gay, if you're lesbian, if you're straight, if you're transgendered, if you're bi, whatever the case may be, you don't have to hide who you are. If like other people can't get past their ignorance to appreciate, love you enough to let you be who you are, then that's on them, and that's unfortunate because they're gonna be missing out on such a great person. So that's the main thing I wanted to speak on, like, you know, because you're with both, so you know both sides and both ends of the world. So, like, you want to tell anything else about it? Like, you good on that?
I'm good. You're good. I have to say I'm good.
Yeah, she ain't trying to tell y'all all her tea. The next thing we're gonna talk about is relationships. And I know I asked you about your relationships, like your first and that, but now we're gonna get a little bit more deep into your relationship. So if you don't mind telling us about your first relationship with your boyfriend and then the relationship with your girlfriend. I want to hear both.
Oh, well, what is there? There's a lot. I mean, like I said, my first relationship with my boyfriend, it was like puppy love. I met him through a mutual friend, about 15, 16. It lasted about 3-4 years. I mean, and again, it was puppy love. I really honestly didn't know what I wanted at first. But again, it was my first love, my first everything. So, you know, and it's just kind of when I separate, you know, some stuff doesn't work out for whatever reason. All in God's plan. And yeah, it's just that.
So that relationship, you would say, was like a stepping stool, kind of just like a, you know, like a regular teenage, nothing too serious. You didn't think like marriage or anything like that with him?
I mean, of course, like what teenager?
No, but I mean, like when y'all graduated or whatever, like.
When I graduated, no, just okay. I mean, no, like not really. Like again, it was young. We were both young.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh, when we get older, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. But again, some things don't work out. Like some people want different things. I wanted something different. He wanted something different, and it just didn't work out. And I was just tired of going back and forth.
Yeah, it was like that was done. So since that relationship didn't work, did you automatically just like start saying, okay, no more guys, I'm gonna date women now?
No.
Was it just like you said, whoever approached you type thing, like you weren't looking for anybody?
Yeah, it wasn't that. Like after that I was fine. I was just trying to get my life, you know, trying to invest in myself. And I have to say that out, sorry. But yeah, and I was just, again, it was just like my first encounter. It wasn't really a relationship. It was just like an experiment / fling. And it kind of got a little more serious than a relationship, a fling, an experiment. And it didn't last long, but again, just like any other relationship, like it doesn't work. We had 2 different views, wanted 2 different things, and yeah. So
it's just like kind of like both, like it's kind of the same whether it's a woman or a man.
Yeah.
Like you gonna go through it regardless of who you're
They're
with. Like
the only difference is what's between the legs. There's
okay, like
different.
So since we can like kind of curve the conversation a little bit, because I want to give like some examples of healthy relationships versus toxic relationships. So we're gonna pause on this part right here.